So you have your hands beneath your shoulders. Lulu, you're going to be with me? Yeah, you're okay here. And knees directly beneath the hips. No, she's going to her bed. Lovely girl. Well done. Okay, so I have more space now on my yoga mat. Okay, so let's do 5 rounds of the cat and cow stretch. Inhale, you look up. And as you exhale, round. Tailbone between the sitting bones. Inhale, abdomen down, look upwards. And again. Exhale and round. Exhale fully. Inhale, abdomen down, lift your heart, look up. And so on. Nice and easy movements. Working with the breath. On the inhalation, you look up. On the exhalation, round. Let's do once more. Inhale, you look up. Exhale and round. And then bring your back parallel to the floor in neutral position. Step back with your knees or move your hands forward where you have more space. And come up to down facing dog. Squeeze your arms, squeeze your shoulders, lift your hips. Start with your knees bent. I really want you to feel that you can stretch through your spine. You squeeze the shoulders and then stretch from the upper back or from the back of the heart, downwards and upwards. Keep lengthening. And then sport walk a few times. Bend your right knee, then the left. And let's stretch the back of the legs. And maybe you want to move your hips slightly from side to side to loosen up around your hips. Start to warm up. Muscles around the hips, around the lower back a little bit more. How's your breath? Deep, flowing. And then bend your knees forward. Again, lengthen through your spine. Push the hips high as you can towards the ceiling. Just check your hands. Press all finger pads into the floor, especially your thumbs and your index fingers, and then push your thigh bones back and see if you can straighten the legs completely. But don't worry, you don't have to straighten the legs. Give yourself a little bit more stretch through the whole back of the body. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Lengthen through the whole back of the body. On your next inhale, come up high on your tiptoes, bend your knees, look at your hands, squeeze your tummy muscles in and walk towards your hands into your forward bend. And make space between your feet, hips width apart or a little wider. If your lower back is too tight today, just take your feet wider and then really squeeze the legs. Bend your knees if you need. Check with one hand, the back of the pelvis, tipping forward, not back. And then take your hands to the hips. Lift your elbows, lift your shoulders, lift your chin. Squeeze the legs and come up with a strong tummy muscles. Squeeze your tummy muscles in as you come up. And then exhale and relax your arms. Just roll your shoulders, soften, 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 loosen up. Okay, well done. We'll do a little bit more shoulder stretches. If you can, stretch your right arm up, left to the side, and see if you can join your hands together. So this is one option. And if you feel like, okay, this is impossible, bring the belt on top of your shoulder and then grab the belt. I'm going to bring my belt and I'll show you how to do it with the belt. Okay, so this is my yoga belt, but don't worry if you don't have belt, just bring maybe a scarf or belt from your dressing gown and you hold the belt behind like so. So it gives you a little bit more space. Okay, so let's stretch. Inhale, lengthen. See if you can hold your hands or hold the belt. And then we're going to do little adjustments like so. Fold your right arm forward, draw your arm back into your shoulder joint, and then stretch your elbow again upwards. Squeeze your shoulder blades at the back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And lengthen. And just check that you can lengthen from the base of the spine upwards. A little bit of tailbone. And extend, stretch upwards. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Well done. Now keep your right arm lifted. Release your left. Give it a little shake. Shake, shake, shake. Hold your right elbow. Squeeze your elbow towards the midline. And now lean back. So you're going to lift your chin a little. Lean back to your arm. And this is your little back bend. Standing back bend. And again, for your lower back. Little bit of tailbone. Strong tummy muscles. Lean back. And breathe. Try not to move the hips forward. Try to keep your hips above your ankles. If you look at the side and check, okay, hips there above my ankles. Lovely stretch. Don't work over pain, whatever is happening in your body. Just have a good stretch. And then stretch your arms upwards, release, shake your arms, roll your shoulders, relax, relax, relax. And you're going to change. So change in direction. Left arm up, right to the side. Stretch, and then see if you can hold your hands. Okay, or again, use the belt. Bring the belt on top of the shoulder. You're going to do adjustments on this side. Fold your arm forward, draw your arm back into your shoulder joint, and then again lift, lift, lift your elbow. This left armpit moving back. Okay, how's your back doing? Lengthen the tailbone a little. Strong tummy muscles and stretch from the base of the spine upwards. And how's your core muscles? Engage. Support your back. Another deep breath. And then we release this right arm. Give it a little shake. Hold your left elbow. Squeeze your elbow towards the midline. Lift your chin. And again, lean back. Nice and gently. Squeeze the legs to protect your lower back. Strong, steady legs. Again, little bit of tailbone. Hips above your ankles. Just check that on the side. Strong tummy muscles. And you lean back. Have a good stretch. Open your chest. Use your breath. As you inhale, can you lift your sternum? Expand your chest. Big expansive inhalation. Strong controlled exhalation. Squeeze your tummy muscles in. That's great. And then relax. Stretch your arms. Relax. Shake your arms. Roll your shoulders. Okay, and just check how you feel. You might feel a little bit more energy flowing around your shoulders. You feel a little bit better and looser around your shoulders and upper back. So now come to the front of your mat and we do salutation to the sun. Get to bring more energy to the rest of the body. So take space between your feet, hips width apart, your feet parallel. Bring your hands to your chest. Inhale, lift your sternum, keep your heart lifted. Exhale, relax your arms. Inhale, very gentle back bend or just straighten upwards. And as you exhale, forward bend. Bend your knees if you need. Touch the floor or your shins. Inhale on your finger pads and stretch forward. Half forward bend. Exhale, squeeze the legs and bow. It's okay to have your knees bent. And again, inhale, stretch forward, either holding your legs or the floor. Exhale, bow over your strong, steady legs. We do it again. Inhale and stretch, lift your heart. Exhale, super strong legs and bow. Move your hands by the side of your heels. Step back with your right foot back, high leg lunge. If you feel this is too much, you can bring your right knee down, squeeze the legs, lift your chest and take a deep breath into your chest. And check your back leg. If you have back leg straight, make it a little bit stronger. Press your toes into the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale, stepping back into the plank or half plank. Choose your option. If you feel plank is too much today, bring your knees down. Squeeze your shoulders. Draw the shoulder blades deeper into the upper back. Tummy muscles lifted. And your tailbone lengthening, especially if you have legs straight. Think about lengthening the tailbone to your heels. Core muscles, you feel that your core muscles start to engage. And we're going to do a little challenge. Let go of the floor with your right hand and then the left. Don't worry to do everything. If you just want to hold the floor, that's absolutely fine. Maybe challenge the strength. Okay, one hand, another hand. Breath is deep and flowing. We just do a few times. Don't make yourself very tight. Okay, and then stop. Lean forward, knees, elbows, or just bend your elbows. Point your toes back and come up to wrist cobra slow. Lots of energy on the legs. Press your legs down, lengthen the tailbone, come up. It doesn't matter how far. Soften your buttocks. Move your shoulders down, away from your ears. Do the double chin. Maybe lift your chin a little. Inhale. And as you exhale, drag your hands back and stretch forward, stretch. Carry your heart forward, lengthen, 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 lengthen. Shoulders still lifted. Toes under, down facing dog. Inhale and lift. Take a deep breath. Check your hands. Press all finger pads into the floor. Four corners of the hands. And stretch back. Push your thigh bones back. Keep your armpits slightly lifted. You want to keep that little bit of fullness. And you don't want to sag the shoulders. Keep your shoulders lifted and squeeze towards the midline. On your next inhale, on your tiptoes, look between your hands, right leg up, step forward, big step forward. And if you need to help with your hand, please do. Bring your foot forward, knee above your ankles, squeeze the legs, lift your chest. Deep breath in. Exhale, tummy muscles strong, and step forward into your forward bend. Check space between your feet, hips width apart. Squeeze the legs, press down, come up, inhale, lift, salute into the sun, exhale, hands to your heart. We do left side, inhale, exhale, inhale and stretch, exhale, forward bend, bend your knees if you need. Inhale on your finger pads and stretch forward. Exhale and bow. Hands by the side of your heels, left foot back now. Take a deep breath. Squeeze the legs, lengthen the tailbone, lift your chest. Let's challenge the strength on the legs. Can you let go of the floor? Can you stay? High leg lunge. But don't worry, if it's too much, bring your back knee down and just take it easy. It's okay to stay here. Always your hands off the floor. Then touch the floor and step back into the plank or half plank. Strong arms, strong shoulders, tummy muscles lifted. And again, if it's appropriate, one hand off the floor, another hand off the floor. But don't worry, you don't have to do everything. Listen to your body. Adjust into the practice. Check your breath. Deep flowing breathing. Well done, once more on each hand. And then lean forward. Knees, elbows, or just bend your elbows. Point your toes back. Slowly come up to raised cobra. Lengthening the tailbone. Shoulders lower, 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 away from your ears. Double chin. And then lift your chin a little. Inhale. And as you exhale, drag your hands back. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Forward. Shoulders still lifted. Toes under, down facing dog. Deep breath. Check how you feel in your down facing dog. What do you need? Do you need more? Put more energy on your finger pads. Please do. Just check your thumbs, your index fingers. Squeeze your shoulders. Extend your thigh bones back. On your next inhale, on your tiptoes, look between your hands. Left leg up. Step forward. Big step forward. Again, helping with your hand is great. Knee above your ankle. Take a deep breath here. And then bring your back knee down to the floor. We do gentle twist. Squeeze the legs. Lengthen the tailbone. Lift your left arm up. Look to the side or maybe even look up at your left thumb. And just check, can you straighten your back leg? But don't worry, you don't have to. Maybe you can straighten your back leg, maybe not. Squeeze the hips, engage your core muscles. See if you can lengthen through the spine just a little bit more. Give yourself more stretch with a deep breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, look down, touch the floor. You're going to change legs. If you're happy to jump switch, please do, but don't worry. Don't worry to do everything. Squeeze the legs. And again, maybe start with your knee down, left knee down on the floor. Lengthen the tailbone. Inhale, right arm. You can stop here, this is quite nice. Gentle twist. Or maybe you can straighten your back leg. Lift your chest. Move your shoulders back. Back of the head to the heel behind you. Take a deep breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, look down. Touch the floor. Step back to down facing dog. Let's have a good stretch after the twist. Lengthening through the whole back of the body. On your next inhale, come up on your tiptoes. Look between your hands. Bend your knees and walk toes to your hands, into your forward bend. Make space between your feet, hips width apart, squeeze the legs, bend your knees, and we're going to come up into the chair pose. So bend your knees, push the hips back like you're just about to sit on a high chair. Stretch your arms forward. We're going to stop here for a second. Draw your arms back into your shoulder joints. Very strong tummy muscles. And maybe stretch your arms over the head. But remember, you don't have to do everything. If this is too much for your shoulders, just keep your arms parallel towards the floor, and that's okay. Deep breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, fold into your forward bend. Relax your neck. Roll your shoulders. Just soften, soften, soften. Okay, we're going to do once more, if that's okay. And you're right to go for another round. Bend your knees. Push the hips back. Squeeze the legs. And come up halfway. And just to stop here for a moment. Again, arms back into your shoulder joints. Strong core muscles, strong legs. Lift your arms, if that's okay. But don't worry if it's too much for the shoulders. Super strong legs. And if you look at your knees, you definitely can see your feet in front, hips back, lots and lots of tummy muscles, a little bit of tailbone. Inhale. And as you exhale, fold forward into your forward bend. Again, relax your neck, just nod your head. Relax, 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 and soften your neck muscles. Relax your shoulders, roll the shoulders. Well done. And then slide your hands again by the side of your heels. Step back with your right foot back, high leg lunge. Take a deep breath. And we come up to warrior one pose. So just make more space between your feet. So there's a space, hips width apart, definitely. Or maybe even hop to the right edge of your mat and start with your foot flat. Come up with your hands on your front knee, lengthen the tailbone, tummy in, come up to warrior one. So stretch your arms upwards and take a moment here. What I want you to do now, squeeze the hips, lengthen the tailbone and stretch upwards just a little bit more. And maybe even lift your back heel off the floor. Sit just tiny bit lower. Open your shoulders, bend your elbows. Now squeeze your shoulder blades at the back. Lift your chest and maybe even lean back just a little. So a little back bend, thinking about the heart, reaching upwards, the shoulder blades at the back like extra pair of hands. Lifting the back of the heart. Breathe. Chin slightly lifted. Breathe. How's your back legs? Super strong. Press your toes into the floor. Well done. And then inhale. Stretch your arms. Stretch forward. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Touch the floor. Changing legs. Step back to down facing dog. Deep expansive inhalation. Strong controlled exhalation. Changing sides. Come up on your tiptoes. Right leg up. Step forward. Big step forward. Again, help with your hand if you need. Looking at your left, hop to the left edge of your mat. Place your foot flat, hands to your front knee. Let's create lots of steadiness on the legs. Squeeze the legs, lengthen the tailbone, tummy muscles engaged. Inhale, stretch your arms. You can stop here. This is quite nice option for warrior one. Or maybe you can lift your back heel off the floor. Sit just tiny bit lower. Super strong legs, drawing your legs towards the midline, hips towards the middle of the pelvis, and you have strong core muscles. Bend your elbows, gentle back bend if that's alright. Lift your chest, shoulders back, curl back just a little, not much. You want to feel big expansive inhalation again. Lift your sternum, open your chest, breathe. Use your shoulder blades. Lifting the back of the heart, breathing deeply. Another deep breath in. Exhale. Stretch forward. Touch the floor. Back to down facing dog. Let's have a good stretch. And if you want to sport walk, please do it. Bend your right knee, then the left. Okay, this is nice. Move the hips from side to side. Loosen up. And thinking about your plank or half plank now, And choose your option, plank or half plank. Squeeze your arms, squeeze your shoulders, tummy muscles lifted, strong yogis, and maybe again do a little challenge. Lifting one hand off the floor, then another hand, just checking how you feel. How's the core muscles? Keep lifting your core muscles. Deep breath, strong arms, toning the arms, strengthening the shoulders and the core muscles. Well done. And then lean forward. Knees, elbows, or just bend your elbows. Point your toes back. Slow, come up to raised cobra. Lengthening the tailbone, shoulders down. Double chin, back of the neck long. Lift your chin a little. Inhale. And as you exhale, drag your hands back, stretch forward. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Toes under, down facing dog. Deep breath. And then come up on your tiptoes, look between your hands, right leg up, step forward, big step forward, looking at your left foot, hold behind your right, squeeze the legs, come up, standing, big circle with your left arm, and then look over your right. So this is your warrior two pose. Checking your front knee above your front ankle, facing the same direction as your second toe, the hips moving back, and if you can sit a little lower, make sure you have enough space. You maybe take your back foot back and sit just a little lower. Deep breath. How's your core muscles? Draw pelvic floor muscles up, tummy muscles in, keep it strong. Breathe in deeply into your chest. Strong, brave warrior. Now inhale, lengthen through the sides and then stretch. Stretch, stretch forward, right elbow to your knee. Left arm over the head. Take a moment. Press your back foot into the floor. Maybe you can touch the floor with your right hand. Go for it. And stretch a little bit deeper into your side. Inhale. Exhale. Engage your core muscles. Touch the floor and step back. Down facing dog. Take a deep breath. Couple of deep breaths. No rush. Before changing side. And when you're ready, on your tiptoes, look between your hands, right leg up, that's the left one, left leg up, and step forward. Step forward. Now look at your right and hop behind your left. Squeeze the legs, come up standing. Inhale, big circle with your right arm, looking over the left. Let's check that front knee above your front ankle, hips moving back, back hip in line with your knee and your back ankle. Sit again lower if you can, with the super strong legs. Squeeze the legs towards the midline, squeeze the hips. Strong tummy muscles. Deep breath in, lengthening through the sides, and then stretch, stretch, stretch forward. Elbow to your knee, right arm over the head. Look up. Can you touch the floor? Maybe you can, but don't worry to do everything. And if you're holding the floor with your hand, squeeze your left arm and your left leg together. Left knee, left arm, squeeze, and then stretch. Press your back foot into the floor and have a good stretch. Lift your chest. Deep breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, look down, touch the floor, step back, down facing dog. Step back, have a good stretch. And spot walk a few times, bend your right knee, then the left. Loosen up, move the hips again from side to side, if that's okay, but don't worry to do everything. On your next inhale, on your tiptoes, look between your hands, bend your knees and walk towards your hands into your forward bend. Okay, the chair pose again. So make space between your feet, hips width apart, bend your knees. Push the hips back like you're about just to sit on a high chair. Really squeeze the legs, come up. Just halfway perhaps to start with. Arms back into your shoulder joints. Inhale, stretch your arms, breathe deeply. Super strong legs, hips still moving back. Little bit of tailbone, lots and lots of tummy muscles. Squeeze in, pelvic floor muscles, core muscles, all the core muscles. Deep breath, and then fold forward. Relax your neck, roll your shoulders, Soften, soften, soften. We do once more if that's okay. And again, bend your knees, push the hips back, squeeze the legs, engage in the core muscles, come up, arms back into your shoulder joints, stretch up, deep breath. Quite strong posture. Keep your breath deep and flowing. Strong yogis. Strong legs, strong back, strong shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Take a moment here again. Relax your neck, nod your head, roll your shoulders, soften, soften, soften. Check your breath. Breath is deep and flowing. We're going to come up standing now. I want you to look at your feet. Squeeze your feet towards the midline. Engage your core muscles. Press down with your feet and come up. Inhale. Salute into the sun. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Take a deep breath. And then relax your arms. We're just going to take a moment here, standing in Tadasana and checking the posture. So we work a lot on strengthening the muscles around the lower back, the legs, the shoulders. So we just realign ourselves and help ourselves using that energy. So let's place hands on the hips, look at the side, and check your hips above your ankles. Are they there? If not, what I suggest, lift your toes up. This is better for the balance, and then move the hips back. And you definitely will see hips above your ankles. Keep them there. Little bit of tailbone, not much. We don't want flat back. So this is what we don't want. We don't want flat back. We want to have little curve, hips back, little curve, little bit of tailbone, lots of tummy muscles. Just help yourself. Lift your shoulders, take your shoulders back, open your chest. And for the neck, don't forget to move your head back. So take your head back, ears moving back. Well done. And then think about the crown of the head, reaching upwards, lengthening upwards. So ideally what you want the crown of the head above your shoulders, shoulders above the hips, and the hips above your ankles. And then relax your arms by the sides. Check how you feel. Your lower back should feel comfortable. If you do too much of tailbone, you might feel very uncomfortable. If you do too much of that, moving the hips back, you might feel also uncomfortable. So we're finding that neutral position of the pelvis, where you feel, okay, this is comfortable, my hips above my ankles, and the groins soft. So the indication here, if you just want to touch your hip bones and then find your pubic bone, and you definitely want to feel that the hip bones in front of your pubic bone. So the pubic bone is back, the hip bone's in front. Okay, strong legs, relax your neck, lengthen upwards. This is your Tadasana or mountain pose. And if you can relax your toes, if you lifted, toes lifted, just try to relax them and see if you can stay straight. If the body moved forward like so. So again, lift your toes upwards and again bring your body back into this human gravity line, where the hips above your ankles, shoulders above the hips, crown of the head above the shoulders. So we try to bring our body back into the good alignment, good posture. How's the legs doing? Can you squeeze them a little bit towards the midline, just to encourage the energy to draw in and support your posture with the muscles, with the strong muscles. Shoulders back, neck is soft, crown of the head reaching upwards. And if it's okay with your balance, maybe close your eyes and just see if you can contain or maintain this posture with closed eyes. But you don't have to, you can just look straight ahead, soften your eyes, breathe deeply, and thinking about the qualities of this posture. Strong foundation, like a base of the mountain. Your legs like a base of the mountain. The crown of the head is the peak of the mountain, and you're reaching upwards. Slow down your breath. Well done. Another deep breath in this posture. Can we maintain this good alignment? Well done. And then relax. And just shake it off. Shake it off. Relax your legs, roll your shoulders. Well done. That was a good practice. I need a drink, definitely. Please do have a drink as well if you need it. Keep drinking through the session whenever you need. So keep hydrating. That will help you to maintain the energy level, and also it's very good for immune system. Okay. So now we're going to squat down and sit on the floor. Okay, Lulu, you're going back to your bed. Well done. So let's take feet wide, if this is appropriate for your knees. And again, I invite you to lift your toes upwards. That gives you a little bit more steadiness for your knees, if you need it. And then stretch your arms in front, inhale. And as you exhale, let's go slow, let's go halfway. And just we're going to take a couple of breaths here in the halfway, checking how you feel. Core muscles engaged, very strong legs, strong core muscles. Well done, come up, inhale, relax your arms. Next time we go a little lower, inhale, exhale, halfway or a little lower. I'm using my toes again to help my knees, to give my knees a little bit more support. Well done. We're going to come up again. Squeeze your core muscles in and come up. Strong legs. Well done. Exhale, relax. Next time we go all the way down. So let's go all the way down. Inhale. Exhale. Halfway or a little lower. And if you can go all the way down, then bring your hands together. Elbows against your knees. Just take your knees a little wider. Keep your back straight. Tummy muscles strong. Take a deep breath here. Don't rush. Don't rush. And when you're ready, maybe you need to hold the floor with your hands. Or maybe you just stretch your arms in front and then sit on the floor. So whatever you need. So take it easy. Sit. Stretch your legs to the front. And give your legs a little shake. Relax, relax. They worked very hard today. So relax your legs. Lovely. And then please do find a block, brick, or folded blanket and sit on it. Or maybe you're comfortable sitting on the floor. Just watch me for a second. So this is the posture called baby cradle pose, where we're going to stretch and prepare the hips for the next posture. So it looks like that. So maybe you can do this variation. You're going to rock the baby leg. Or maybe you can do this option, rocking the baby leg. Or maybe you can go to this option and you hug your knee and then you rock the baby leg. So this is where you might feel more comfortable sitting on the block or on the blanket. Okay, I'm quite happy to sit on the floor. So please do adjust for yourself. What do you need? Okay, and we do it together. I'm going to be your mirror. So let's take right foot in. Is that okay for you? Take your right foot in, then look at your left, and I want you to do this. So spread your toes a lot. Draw your toes closer to your shin. Okay, this will engage again the shin muscles which support your knee joint better. You're going to keep this alignment, hold your heel and hold your knee. How you feel? Sit straight. Engage your core muscles. And maybe this is just enough. This is first option. Or maybe you can go under your shin bone with your arms. Can you do this? But don't worry, you don't have to. You can come back to the previous option. Or maybe you can place this flexed foot into the crease of your arm and then you hug your leg, interlace your fingers and rock the baby leg. So let's try to rock this baby leg. Okay, look at your toes. Again, think about your toes drawing closer to your shin, creating this loop of the energy. Okay, drawing your toes in. Your knee should feel comfortable. If not, come back to the previous option. Maybe this is your variation. And don't worry, you don't have to do everything. We just want to have a good stretch to feel better in our body, especially here around your hips, the lower back, the back of the pelvis. And I use this posture as a preparation to go into the pigeon stretch. And if you look at your front leg, so this is your left leg. This is possible option for your pigeon stretch when you go into the pigeon stretch. So just preparing the body, preparing the lower back and the hips for the next posture. Okay, this is the lovely stretch.
Okay, enjoy the stretch. Well done. And then come back to the middle. Can you lift this foot a little bit more? And then hug this baby leg. Closer to your chest, hug, so you have extra stretch around your hip. Okay, good baby leg, lovely stretch. And then relax your legs. Let's give the legs a little shake. Relax, relax, relax. Brilliant. And let's change. So left foot in, I'm your mirror. And look at your right, again go on your heel, draw your toes closer to your shin, so you have this loop of the energy. And option 1, are you okay? Maybe this is just enough. Or maybe going to option 2, holding the shin bone. Or the option 3, flexed foot goes into the crease of your arm, and then interlace your fingers. Just check how you feel. Is that okay for you? Lengthen through the spine, and then rock the baby leg. Again, listen to your body. You don't have to do everything. If you need to come back to the previous option, absolutely fine. Okay, let's just rock this baby leg to have a good stretch around the hip, the lower back of the pelvis, lots going on. And again, looking at this front leg, at your right leg, this is possible variation for the pigeon. I'm saying possible, but we're going to adjust to the next posture in the pigeon stretch. Okay, well done. Another deep breath. Brilliant, and then stop for a moment, bring your foot or lift your foot a little higher, and then squeeze your leg, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze towards the chest. How do you feel? Do you feel this extra stretch? Brilliant stretch, and then relax, relax your legs, just shake your legs, relax, relax, relax. Okay, well done, and then come on your own fours. We do cat and a cow stretch, like this lovely cat and a cow stretch. Inhale, you look up. This is your cow stretch. And then exhale, round. This is your cat stretch. And again, inhale, look up, the cow stretch. Exhale, tailbone between the sitting bones. Tummy in the cat stretch. We do once more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, and round. Brilliant. And then bring your back parallel to the floor. And if you would like to sit back on your heels and just have a look at the options for your pigeon stretch. If you're happy to sit on your toes like so, please do. To give your feet and your toes a little stretch. Okay, watch me please for a moment. So this is options for your front leg in the pigeon stretch. Option 1, knee to your hand, and you're taking your foot just in front of your left knee. And so you're going to have one option is this, when your toe is pointed to the side. And if your knee and your hip is very happy here and you can move your foot forward, then like in baby cradle pose, you're going to flex your foot and you're just going to keep outside of the foot on the floor. And just checking, okay, how's that feeling? How's your knee, the hips? Is that appropriate for you? And then we're going to do the cow stretch. Little movements of the cat stretch, moving the back knee back, maybe elbows on the floor. Then again the cow stretch, very subtle movements now, and then the cat stretch. And going a little bit lower, maybe even stretch your arms, bring your forehead down, or maybe on your hands. Okay, so you can adjust where you want to be in the pigeon stretch. And then push back, down facing dog, you can spot walk a few times, and then changing directions. Okay, so let's do it together. So follow my instructions and listen to your body. So if you feel something is not suitable, that's okay. You can take it easy, you can sit down and watch the screen, or do something different, like a cat and a cow stretch. Okay, so let's do right leg, right knee, towards to your right hand, and your foot to the side. And you can keep your foot flat, or if you're okay, maybe move your foot forward, then you really have to flex your foot, keep your toes active, check in with your knee, with your hips, is that appropriate? Inhale the cow stretch, and then a cat stretch, tailbone between the sitting bones, lift your tummy muscles, and move your back knee back. Do you have this extra space for your back knee? But don't worry, if it's not happening, that's absolutely fine, stay there. Bring your elbows down, is that okay for you? Or you stand on your hands, absolutely fine. Squeeze the hips, very strong. Steady hips, checking, okay, my hips level. And again, the calf stretch, very subtle movements. And the calf stretch, tailbone between the sitting bones. Maybe again there is a space for your back knee to move back, move it back. And maybe you can straighten your arms. Maybe not, don't worry. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy your breath. Squeeze the hips. What I want you to do in this posture, think about you lengthening the tailbone and keeping your hips level. This will help you to support the lower back. How's your knee doing? Is your knee okay? Is that appropriate for you, this posture? Let's take another couple of deep breaths. Okay. How's your breath doing? On your next inhale, lift your head, slide your hands closer to your front knee. Strong tummy muscles, we're going to push back to down facing dog. Inhale, push back, sport walk a few times. Okay, and just check how you feel. Which leg feels a little bit longer? I wonder which leg feels a little longer. Well done. And then come back on your all fours. Let's change legs. Now, left knee. Draw into your left hand and your foot just in front of your right knee. Okay, maybe this is just enough. Or move your foot forward. Flex this foot. Work your toes. Toes drawing closer to your shin, especially your fourth and your fifth little toes. Inhale the calf stretch. Movement can be very subtle. Exhale, tailbone, tummy in. Moving your back knee back. If you have that space, but don't worry. And then elbows go down. Soften between your shoulder blades. Okay. Check how you feel. Squeeze the hips. One hand at the lower back. Check the hips level. Back leg is working. Inhale again. The calf stretch. Little movements. And then the calf stretch, tailbone between the sitting bones. Do you have extra space for the back knee to move back? Maybe you have, maybe you not. And then stretch your arms forward. If it's okay, you can stay on your elbows. Elbows, great option, somewhere between. Absolutely fine. And I want you again, squeeze the hips, lengthen the tailbone, lift your tummy muscles, keep your core muscles engaged in this posture. That will help you to support your back and the hips. Deep breathing. Maybe you want to bring your hands in prayer position. This is quite nice. Breathe deeply. Take another deep breath. And then slowly come up. Slide your hands to your front knee. We're going to push back to down facing dog. Deep breath in. And push back. Sport walk a few times. Okay, moving the hips again from side to side. And loosen up the hips. And again, check how you feel. How's the legs doing? How's the hips doing? Well done. Come up on your tiptoes. Bring your knees down to the floor. And sit into the child pose for a few deep breaths. Take your knees wide, big toes touching. Let's sit back on your heels. Sit back, stretch your arms. Go a little bit lower with your hips. Stretch your arms. Or maybe you need to bring your hands beneath your forehead. Or maybe you need fists under your forehead. It's also good. So whatever you need. Adjust your posture. Make yourself very comfortable so you can relax for the few deep breaths. Soften your hips, relax your lower back, relax your shoulders, relax your neck. And if you want to bring your hands together in prayer position, And then take your hands at the back of your head. Gentle stretch for your shoulders. On your next inhale, slowly come up. Slowly come up. Bring your hands closer to your knees. Well done, everyone.